Hello everyone, this is the Prussian Prince with another Total War Attila tournament match cast, and this is going to be Beta Flash Tournament 92 match between Olkimos of USSR and Ultramarine of VM. This is a round 3 match, round of 8 that is, and we'll see how this one actually goes, as we have a Roman battle here. Don't normally see this. This is pretty cool. Eastern Romans against Western Romans. However, one could definitely argue that the Eastern Romans are more powerful than the Western Romans. Anyway, time to go over the builds. So we have Olkimos as the Eastern Romans and Ultramarine as the Western Romans. Now let's look at how let's look at the builds here. We have 4 the Eastern Romans, Magister Militum, Bronze 1 with Brace. And for the rest of the cavalry, 2 Tagmata Cav on the right, 2 Tagmata Cav on the left. Supporting the general, a Bronze 1 Scole Palatine. Then up front we have, let's see, 4 Funditores. It looks like they're all on the flanks. And in the center, a single Sagittari unit. Now, supporting those skirmishes, we have 2 of these Meneloroi. And for the rest of the infantry, looks like a Numeroi in the center. Oh, actually, 1 Numeroi on each flank and the Numeroi in the center. Supported by 2 Hetaeria guards. Kind of a weird formation with these Hetaeria guards, but I guess it is going to work. Now for the Western Roman build. Again, Western Romans not favored, in my opinion. We have the Palatino Guards General with Warcry. 2 Scole Palatine Bronze 1 on the left. 2 Scole Palatine Bronze 1 on the right. And 2 Equites Promodi. 1 Bronze 2, 1 Bronze 1 in the center. There are also, looks like 2 Western Auxilia Palatina Bronze 1 on the right. With this Balistari in the center. And then 2 Western Auxilia Palatina on the left, Bronze 1. Interesting choice to bring those spears. Also looks like 2 Elite Palatina, Bronze 1 on each flank, supported by 2 Funditores on each flank. Kind of don't really understand why the Funditores are behind the main line though, and not in front. But oh well. I'm going to fast forward a little bit. And we also have this Equites Sagittari, which I guess I did not mention, for the Eastern Romans. So Eastern Romans have a cav advantage. They have, I mean, they're infantry-wise, the Hetaerias will defeat anything in a 1v1 fight. And they actually have a, well, their skirmish advantage is not great, especially with this Balistari, but killing the Balistari here is going to be important, and already the Sagittari is targeting the Balistari. Here this Funditor is getting targeted by a lot of units, and here come the Hetaeria guards. They're going to slam into these Western Auxilia Palatina, it seems. Which is not a bad choice. I mean, these guys will just die against Hetaerias. However, we're gonna see some cav charges here, but not really making it into the enemy, more like destroying the own units. This unit is going to make it into the Numeroi, but Numeroi will take that charge. As you can see here, Scole Palatina dying very fast, and Hetaerias just doing the damage. So this is going really bad at this point for West Romans. However, this is going to be a pretty good engagement for the West Romans. However, these Hetaerias here already starting to make themselves feared on the battlefield. As you can see, over 60 kills and barely any of them died. Numeroi here going to do well against Scole Palatine. The left flank though looks like the West Romans pushing very fast into it. No Hetaerias here to support. They should go in there, or they should go in the center or something. Meneloroi though going to reposition themselves. A nice cav charge by the Equites Sagittari, going to make sure that the Scole Palatine cannot support this cav fight, and is going to kill the Funditores here. Hetaeria guards here are going to, they got 100 kills, but now they're starting to drop very fast though, as they are getting attacked by multiple units. This Equites Promodi could actually rout off the field. Balistari here, 15 kills, not a lot. This engagement is going to be won by the Western Romans, but still plenty of cavalry left for the Eastern Romans. Eastern Romans holding on this flank. We need to see a cav charge by this Stigmata cavalry, but we don't. Here though, the Western Auxilia Palatina going to do really well in melee against Stigmatas. Numeroi here going to hold quite nicely, but we don't see the Hatereas. Looks like both Hatereas are fighting in the center, so good luck center of Western Romans. That's not gonna look great at all. This Stigmata routed off the field without being too effective, actually. It was incredibly ineffective. It looks like they might get an excellent charge off on 2 of these units, so it's gonna get a lot of kills on the Elite Palatina and also on this Equites Promoti. That is very important for the Eastern Romans. This unit is going to hold them both back, also with steady, gonna be even harder to kill. Here though, Tagmata's holding, but that's all they're doing. This Western Auxiliary Palatina looks like it's getting focused by all the Sagittari and Funditores. This Numeroi looking, well, it's obviously dying in melee against Elite Palatina because Elite Palatina are more offensive tools and Numeroi are just meant to tank the enemy. Clearly here Tagmata is going to beat Scholae Palatina, no shame in the Scholae Palatina, for the Scholae Palatina in losing to Tagmatas. Elite Palatina here going to kill off the Menelotoi, but still so many cavalry units and these Hatereas still on the field for the Eastern Romans. One with 70 kills and one with 208 kills. Definitely Hatereas doing really well here. Nicely done here by the Equites Sagittari, making sure that the Ballistari is not going to be on the field for much longer. Elite Palatina here killing the Menelotoi, but it's taking so much time here. The Menelotoi doing a lot of weird things. This cavalry charge by the Tagmatas looks like it's gonna make it into the Funditores, but it should rout very soon. There we go. This Western Auxilia Palatina might just rout off the field due to Funditores. That would be funny. Now looks like this Sagittari gonna get charged by Elite Palatina, and that's not great for the Sagittari. They're going to pull out of that engagement though, but at this point it looks great for the East Romans. Numeroi here going to engage against Elite Palatina, I mean supporting the Menelotoi. This means that this Elite Palatina is gone. This Horse Archer might actually try and go for a rear charge on the Elite Palatina, because otherwise it's not going to make it. It's just going to get focused by Funditores. Looks like the Funditores are not focusing it though. These Elite Palatina is still on the field, but here come the Numeroi. And still a lot of these Eastern Roman units still over here. I mean, Eastern Romans could just win with these units probably. But yeah, even without those units, it seems like, even without the units over here, it looks like the Eastern Romans will still win. Numeroi here going to chop away at these Elite Palatina, and once this Elite Palatina routes, we should see a chain route. Let's look at this engagement. Yep, Elite Palatina, not so elite after all. You're getting hammered by these Numeroi on field. And everything is chain routing for the West Romans. This is game. Olkimos is going to take the victory here. Just look at those Hateria guards. So much damage as usual, even the Magister Militum. Cavalry overall didn't do great except for the Equites Sagittari. Got a lot of kills. Yes, mostly on skirmishers, but still. Very important to knock out that Ballistari unit off the field. And I mean, it's just so hard for the West Roman Empire to deal with the Hatereas. Like, okay, missiles, Ballistari, I guess, and cav charges, but when you have a similar amount of cavalry to your opponent, or the same, or even in this case, you don't have as much cav as your opponent because your opponent has more cav than you. How are you going to deal with the cavalry advantage that your opponent has? It's just so difficult. I mean, how are you going to go around that and get into the Hatereas? Because that didn't happen this game, and you saw how that went, because those Hatereas just went to town against the Western Romans. Did a lot of damage, even killed a lot of cav, so definitely were very cost effective. But anyway, that is game, so I hope you all enjoyed. If you want to see more, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. Share the video, and I shall see you next time.